This is so funny. I actually talked to MoneyBagg Yo while he was dating Ari.
What?
Yes. Yes.
This is so entertaining. I truly converse with Cashbio. While he was dating Ari, what yes, I parted ways with that mother. Yes, I did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did, 'cause he had me yet. I cabbage, however, I just cabbage. Like, definitely, you realize. I did that. I'm sorry, child, you had any idea about what I'm talking about. I committed errors. You understand what I'm talking about that. Was then are you sorry 'cause individuals, folks say. I'm sorry they be sorry. They sorry they got captured. No, precisely, you all cash pack yo, getting uncovered for CH, not Ari Fletcher. And it seems as though Ari is weary of his terrible way of behaving in light of the fact that word on the roads is that she has unloaded him like a hot potato pack, as of late got uncovered by his child mom Delicious for connecting with her and doing all that cozy stuff. If you all understand what I mean, she got into a battle with Ari via online entertainment. And toss Sack's affair in front of Ari. Well, Ari is currently hauling both Sack and Delicious. And it seems as though the dramatization is going to warm up. How can she handle that? You realize she ain't take that well. She ain't take that well when you have the individual like called him and let them know all that as he did this and this. And he was doing it, did you realize? He did. You had at least some idea this, so that exacerbated it on her life. So it seems to be Ari Fletcher. And Cash Pacquiao had separated again after Pac's child mom took to virtual entertainment to uncover that he has been sneaking in her DM for some time now. And this made Ari so distraught that she severed things this present time. This isn't the primary opportunity that Sack has undermined Ari on the grounds that he's been known to go behind her on numerous occasions back with different various ladies. I mean, he's a rapper. And you all realize that rappers and competitors be welding on these road. Now Ari regularly neglects this, yet things came to a head last year when she at last parted ways with Sack. Since he just couldn't keep it in his jeans, she tweeted, I had a long, profound day yesterday. I cried a ton yet. I felt quite a bit improved. After I let it out, I really wanted that no second thoughts or bad sentiments. I'm grateful for my life. And everyone individuals in it I've experienced so a lot. And I've overcome much. I got a lot more life to reside. I'm prepared. She later affirmed the separation when she tweeted cheerful paid and Segal prepared for whatever new fresh insight about the separation immediately made rounds, and everybody just realized the money bag had undermined Ari. Such a lot of that she just couldn't withstand anything else. Like I said, he's a rapper, and finding a rapper who doesn't cheat or hasn't had a duping embarrassment is close to unimaginable. At first, neither Ari nor Sack emerged to address the reports, yet things got more fascinating when a lady emerged to concede that she had been very familiar with Sack when he was dating Ari, guaranteeing that Sack had gone behind Ari's back with her. This is so entertaining. I truly to cash by yo. While he was dating Ari, what yes his homeboy resembled goodness. He needs your number. And I'm like, okay. __. So I got his number, hit me up that very day like, come through this evening. We're hosting little gathering. And I slide through, and I was tanked horny, you know. No condom. This at last affirmed the tricking reports. And it reached a place where even Ari couldn't deny the things had got muddled among them. And she uncovered that Pac had done her messy big time. I didn't say a final farewell to that mother. Yes, I did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. 'Cause he had me up. She additionally affirmed the swindling tales, yet asserted that it didn't have anything to do with the separation. That entire thing, it wasn't necessary to focus on. Like no swindling in or like had to do with no other individual. Like it was something like exclusively among me and him. Anyway, individuals didn't buy that the separation didn't have anything to do with him undermining her. And it was somewhat clear that she was simply attempting to conceal any hint of failure and keep away from the shame that accompanies being undermined. And to no one's unexpected, she wound up requiring Pac back after a long time. And they did the entire thing where they discussed putting the previous behind them Continuing on with the future yakety yak, you all know what I'm talking about, Sack. Even did a whole meeting about the circumstance, discussing how sorry he was the way he didn't intend to hurt Ari. Whatever in the meeting, he guaranteed that he realizes Ari is the most ideal one for himself, and the amount he adores her great, awful, and revolting. I just was persuaded, like this the one for me, like she, like this my home slice, like this my canine, like its affection a companion, like all that entire relationship. He additionally discussed how Eric can't stand it when he makes her look ridiculous, definitely, so she don't maintain that you should go out and do no silly look ridiculous, saying this going to consider her. She presumably got to pack you up fans, track down an unusual, to know how he realized that Ari would have rather not been humiliated like that, just for him to proceed to humiliate her like that. Yet he didn't stop there. Since then he uncovered that Ari didn't take the insight about his undertaking great. And what exacerbated made it was the way that she determined from another person, not him. How could she handle that? She ain't take that well, she ain't take that well, when you have the individual, like, called him, and attempt to let them know all that as he did this and this. And he was doing it, did you realize? You had at least some idea this. So that aggravated it on her life. He then uncovered that he needed to manage his disloyalty issues, and that man-made intelligence was strong of him and was assisting him with managing it. You understand what I'm talking about. I need to manage it and traverse it. And she with it, and she assisting me with my, you realize. I'm saying assisting me with dealing with it. That is the reason I rock with her so extreme, 'cause he resembles Oak. I get it. I comprehend. You understand what I'm talking about. Don't allow it to reoccur, kid, not him uncovering Ari, which he was attempting to safeguard him an untruth that he didn't swindle. He essentially emerged to concede that the cheating was the genuine explanation, that they separated, yet hello. Basically, he vowed to change and never undermine her, so that should mean certain death for the story, right well off base. In light of the fact that 2 or 3 weeks after he gave that discourse about how he was attempting to be a superior individual, and everything he was uncovered for undermining Ari, once more several months prior, Ari got into it on Twitter with Sack's side piece. Die somebody on his Twitter TL tweeted Ruby Rose. Give she lay under men the entire day. And ask I don't realize he answered this platitude. She ain't the only one, 'cause my hand, generally out individuals, sort of perceived her answer to imply that she was cool with taking others' men. And this set Ari off, making her hammer die, saying your hand, generally out too, how about we discuss it? Now Ari brought down the tweet after several minutes, yet individuals immediately fit together the puzzle pieces to acknowledge what was happening. Yet Di was not going to withdraw from that battle, so she began retweeting obscure stuff that deciphered as shade Ari. She said you need to let a man be a man, won't ever leave the way that honeybees feel. That is a flex, is so peculiar, ain't me a bee, that lowered me, yet no honeybee might at any point. I've never shown my hand to make no statements, realize the score ain't even honeybees, be clearly in wrong. Now you look dumb. I can't stand no sluggish lady, particularly when they more established than me. And I don't post no men ain't no determining everything that they'd be saying, you all inflatable head honeybees. Kid not previously getting possessed by the side piece, only weeks after Sack promised to the world that he was finished undermining her, and she was assisting him with moving past his philandering. Likewise, the way that Di was so striking to conceal Ari, openly sort of had fans estimating that Pack could have been discussing Ari today as cushion talk discuss a humiliation. Yet it seems as though the shame is a long way from being over on the grounds that it appears as though Pack has, in addition to the fact that playing been the field, he's been playing home games on the grounds that, as per new reports, he has purportedly been playing with his child mom Succulent, despite AR's good faith. And I surmise this makes sense of why Ari and Succulent got into it via online entertainment several days prior now, on the off chance that you've been following Ari and Pack's relationship. You most likely realize that succulent has forever been a significant issue. She has 3 children with Sack, and from the manner in which she moves on the web. And the things she says, it's sort of clear that she isn't over Sack right now. However, at that point, she has been somewhat tranquil in the recent months, doing whatever she might feel like doing, carrying on with her life. And everything except Ari went on youthful Miami's web, recording Carisha Please in Miami. Raised the subject and inquired as to whether Pack was all the while doing some hanky-panky with Succulent. And this is the very thing that Ari said delicious. She ain't like she going with them. Then she don't she made us by child daddy prefer. Is Murio actually sliding as such? Or is no young lady, when they said one time yet he was a pimper, he was pimper he actually. That is what individuals say. I have close to zero insight into that